I'm about ready here whenever you are.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for...
It's the Giz Fiz with the Giz Wiz. It's kind of like Cheese Whiz. It's the Giz Fiz. And now your host, Mathematics writer and the Giz Wiz, Dick DeBartolo.
Ladies and gentlemen, direct from Las Vegas, Dick DeBartolo, Padre, OMG Chad, and I forgot the other person's name who we took photos with at Showstoppers, one of the events in Vegas. Let me look up here.
Miriam.
Yeah. Miriam, thank you very much. Yeah, the snow, they were talking like 2 inches. The city, I believe, is getting 6 inches. Dr. Mom said 8 inches. Did you tell them you're a big celebrity? Oh, Captain J, you mean back at a United? No. Yes, I'm getting my miles back. Okay, I'm getting back. She said they will refund me 50,000 miles, and she said we'll give you a $400 voucher. But you know what? It's very funny. Just for laughs, I typed in on Google, what happens when you're downgraded? And there are rules about compensation. And actually, I should have gotten more. If your flight is over 2,001 miles and you are downgraded from first to coach, you should be given a $500 travel voucher. But it seems really chintzy to. So you only gave me $400. Where's my other $100? But I would have given up the voucher to be able to sleep in first class. If it was a regular airplane, I would have come out way ahead because there's no food service after that little snack. And they don't actually do anything. They just shut the lights and that's it. But this was the sleeper bed seats, where you have a huge area to yourself. And so I would have liked to have had that. You didn't get 1 inch of snow today, Logan says, and they warned of 1 to 3 inches. So I ran into Padre and Brian. They were doing a lot of shooting for Twit. I think they did a special, and they were also doing things for Know How. Chad and I taped a couple of quickie spots for the Giz Wiz. So that was fun. And I'm trying to think of some of the unusual. A lot of car gadgets. Oh, my gosh. That one hall that used to be a little bit of cars and a lot of the niche gadgets. It was almost like walking into the Javits Center when the car show was on. Tons of car gadgets. Spike says $100 can buy a bunch of gadgets. Yeah, I know. One day I might be brave and email them and say, excuse me, but I was looking at the rules and I was given a $400 value. And then other people said that they offered them nothing. They just said, you've been downgraded and you'll get your miles back and no money. I really didn't know that there was such a large fee for downgrading you. No snow in Florida, but it's cold enough. Okay. All right, well, let's do some. Oh, George Davis wrote match game stuff. I am a little under the weather, too. It just, those flights, and the flight down, it boards at 7:20. We have a problem on the aircraft. Your aircraft is here. Your crew is here. One of the restrooms is not working. So We will tell you how long it will take to fix it in 2 hours. Oh, my God. So everybody groans because we've already been lined up. And it's going to 7:20, and they're going to tell us at 9:30, 7:20, 8:20, yeah, 9:30. 2 hours and 10 minutes. They'll tell us when. But they found another aircraft, and they said, you know what? We found an aircraft. Everybody run to gate 96, and we'll try and still take off at 8:10. Everybody goes screaming down to the next gate. And I was number 2 in line and ended up being like number 55 because of others who were faster than I was. And then we boarded that flight, and the captain came on and said, okay, I know you had problem with another aircraft. I hate to tell you this, but we cannot get the door to lock. But a mechanic is on the way. Yeah, this is Newark to this is the outbound. This is Newark to Las Vegas. And the neat thing was when they changed aircraft, they did get another flatbed aircraft. Because I went to the podium, I said to the guy, is it possible this replacement aircraft has sleeper seats? And he said, yes. He said, otherwise there would be a real riot. Trying to rearrange everybody's seats. He said it's the exact same configuration of the one you were supposed to be on. Anyway, that took about 40 minutes, and don't they have duct tape? Rufus says. They finally got that fixed, and instead of getting into Vegas at 11, I got there like at 1:40 or something. Yeah, I know. Robert Bigelow is saying I hate air travel. It's just not good. The one saving grace is years ago I joined Continental's what do they call it? The President's Club. And they sent out a notice that they were raising the prices. Originally, it was inexpensive to belong to the President's Club, and you had to buy your drinks and stuff in the club. And they said, we are moving to everything free in the club, and the prices are going up X hundreds of dollars. But if you want to, at this point, we are selling lifetime memberships for $1,200. So I bought one, and it includes Dennis. It's you and one guest. And club competition has gotten very great, and now on United they have soup, salads. It used to just be crackers, cheese and crackers. So now they have some hot food. Someone told me that they served dinner in one of the clubs as a test. But they saw too many people sliding food into plastic bags to take on the aircraft, and the food budget after the 1 month test was like astronomical. Not prime rib, but it turns out that they're scaling it back now because people were taking too many snacks. Oh, and then Stu just talking about the pilots being timed out. It is when you think about when you put all these stories together. From it was still Vegas. I guess it was the hardware show. Everybody comes on, not a flatbed thing, but I have a lot of miles. I have 600,000 miles with United, so I don't take a flight unless I can get it upgraded to first with miles. And my Las Vegas trip, it was $11 and 100,000 miles. Anyway, everybody's seated. Everybody has drinks. I'm in row 1, so I can hear the stewardesses talking. And the stewardess walks by the cabin and looks in and says to the other stewardess, oh, my God, there's no one in the cockpit. Let me go find out what's going on. So she goes out to the desk and come back Comes back in 5 minutes later. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to announce that we have a crew, but we're in Las Vegas and the crew is in LA. And under federal regulations, I don't know if they make this stuff up. Under federal regulations, no passengers can be on the plane without a crew in the cockpit. So please take all your baggage and deplane. So we did that, and then we waited 2 hours for the crew to show up, and then we got back on the plane and took off. Bum. What was the watch you wore? It's it's the Gear 2. I love the Gear 2 from a Galaxy. So no Apple Watch for me. Yeah. Do we have inflatable autopilot? Oh, I should have said, I wrote the Scully satire. I can fly this plane. Okay, so back to match game from George Davis. Match game 2017. In this, we're gonna. Hey, Dennis, are you gonna come down to play, Mr. Wonderland? The old woman who lived in a shoe needed a handyman. The old woman lived in the shoe, needed a handyman. On her job application sheet, she requested no blank apply. The old woman who lived in the shoe needed a handyman. On her job application sheet, she requested no blanks to apply. Okay, we're trying to match George Davis. No cobblers to apply. No gigolos. No Saturday Night Live writers. Old woman who lived in a shoe needed a handyman. On her job application, she requested no blanks need apply. No old souls. Oh, that's funny. No shoehorns. Oh, no handy women. No cobblers. Cobblers seems to be it. Cobblers and poor souls. Alex, you have an answer? She needed a handyman, and she said no blanks should apply. No shoehorns. Okay. Oh, and Kara, I know is not there because I saw her in Vegas. All right. One person, I could have missed answers going by, but one person matched George Davis. The old woman who lived in a shoe needed a handyman. On her job application, she requested no loafers need apply. Okay. Leon SEO says, loafers is funny. Gene loafers. Okay. I don't know if you're reacting to my saying it or you were writing it yourself. Okay. What does everybody get sick at CES? Stuttering Porky Pig was released from his first major playing job as a blank. Stuttering Porky Pig was released from his first major paying job as a blank. Oh, that's very funny, Subaru, because it's a cesspool. That is a great pun. That's a very good answer. Auctioneer is very clever. I'll do it one more time. Stuttering Porky Pig was released from his first major paying job as a blank. The NASA countdown guy. The squealer. All right, Alex, you have an answer? Porky Pig released from his first major paying job as a hostage negotiator. That's pretty good. Oh, my gosh. George, you are batting 1,000 here. Stuttering Porky Pig was released from his first major paying job as an air traffic controller. Eric Duckman and Stooge, perhaps they're sitting next to each other in a hotel room, but they both answered air traffic controller at the exact same moment. And SAC 0032 says, a pilot on United? Okay. Number 3. Jimmy challenged his 7 best friends to a tug of war. George, I question your math skills. John challenged his 7 friends to a tug of war. This is exactly what it says. Jimmy challenged his 7 best friends to a tug of war with 4 people on each side. Okay. So, and then I guess a stranger, so it was even. There were no ropes and no chains around, so they used blank. Okay, Jimmy challenged his 7 best friends to a tug of war, 4 people on each side. Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. It is my mistake. Grand Vizier says Jimmy makes him 8. You're right. I am brain dead. They had no rope or chain, so they used blank. Shoelaces. I see a problem here that we're going to have to call the judges in. Oh, suspenders is very funny. A downed power line. Now that's a good. Dental floss. A nearby snake. HDMI cables. A boa constrictor. The fire hose. These are pretty good. These are pretty good. And actually, some people match George. Okay, so Alex, Jimmy challenged his 7 best friends to a tug of war, 4 people on each side, because Jimmy was there too. They had no rope and no chain, so they used Jimmy's chewed gum. Okay, and George Davis said they used twisted spaghetti. And I did see noodles go by and spaghetti go by. So we have some matches. Okay, number 4 of 5. In modern day times, the Bible has been revised. And so I think this is the revision. When Moses came down from the mountain with the 10 Commandments, they were not on stone tablets. They were in a blank. Modern day version of the Bible. Moses came down with the 10 Commandments, but they weren't stone tablets. They were blank. Oh, you'd have to just go back up there, Rev, and see who put spaghetti. Red Vines, iPad, Light Bright. Denny's Menu, Etch-a-Sketch. Bible's been revised. Moses came down from the mountain with the 10 Commandments. They were not on stone tablets. They were on more Etch-a-Sketches, a ThinkPad, Mad Magazine. on a flash drive is very funny. A Magnadoodle, USB key. Carnegie Deli menu, probably worth some money now. Okay, Alex, you're trying to match George Davis, as is everybody else. Modern times, the Bible's been revised. When Moses came down from the mountain with the 10 Commandments, they were not on stone tablets. They were on an iPad. You matched George exactly. All you iPad people matched George exactly. And our final question, this is going to get us in trouble. Dumb Dora needing a stud. Oh, okay. It continues on the next line. Dumb Dora needing a stud finder to properly hang a heavy painting on a wall. I guess it should be needed. Dumb Dora needed a stud finder to properly hang a heavy painting on her wall, so she went to blank to get one. Okay, Dumb Dora needed a stud finder to properly hang a heavy painting on a wall, so she went to blank to get one. Oh, that's funny. She went to Paris Hilton to get one. The bar. Horse train at a stud farm. Horse store. The sink bar. Gold digger in Fox Slope. Someone's from Brooklyn. Victoria's Secret. Playgirl, Studio 54. Studfinder.com. Oh, you know what? Is that a website? I bet it is. Okay, Alex, you're trying to match George. Dumb Dora needed a stud finder to properly hang a heavy painting, so she went to blank to get one. Oh, flash dances. Well, you know what? That's close, and we had some exact matches in the chat room.
I'm glad you know what that is.
She went to Chippendales to find one. Have a good week, everybody. George Davis. All right, we have, you know what? Maybe we have time. You think you could find a short Yearn to Learn?
I'll take a look.
You know, like 10 minutes, and we could get it in here. Okay. I will do. Did I just write? I wrote 4 match games. I'll get them. 1 second. Okay. Dumb Donald was so dumb. How dumb was he? Dumb Donald was so dumb, he thought the French Quarter was blank. Alex multitasking, looking for a video, and yet playing our theme music. Dumb Donald was so dumb, he thought the French Quarter was blank. Okay. All right, we'll call for answers now. Dumb Donald was so dumb he thought the French Quarter was... Alex, you were busy. You don't have an answer, right? Oh, he does. What was money? Okay. My answer was French money. A quarter, but from France. We'll match that, Nancy. Was worth 5 cents. Thought it was a small piece of French toast, a burger royal. Thought it was $1.25. I thought, let me just look at the thing. He thought the French Quarter was a quarter of a French fry. That's funny. Worth 25 cents. A French horse. Oh, okay, quarter horse. Okay. Chat room, you're really good. Dumb Dora was so dumb, she bought blank for her dish TV. Dumb Dora was so dumb. How dumb was she? She bought blank for her Dish TV. I had two answers in mind, and both of them are up there already. Dumbledore was so dumb she bought blank for her Dish TV. Alex, your answer is? Oh, silver. Oh, that's very good. I didn't think of that, but it's very good. Chat room, my first answer was dishwashing liquid. A lot of matches there. And my second thing was matching plates for her dish TV, and we have that there too. Scrubbing bubbles, silverware to use as rabbit ears on her dish TV, dish soap, a drying rack. These are very good. Very good chat room. John, no dumb. John taught his parrot how to blank. John taught his parrot how to blank. Oh, Spork is good. We can't match silverware. Well, we might. A dish scrubber. Yeah, the chat room is lagging a lot behind today. John taught his parrot. I don't know why Dennis didn't come down. John taught his parrot how to blank. Wash his car. Use a cat box. That's good. Oh, talk like Alexa. That's very good. Do spoonerisms. Recite the Gettysburg Address. Oh! Wow, someone just matched me, which I thought would be impossible. Okay, Alex, John taught his parrot how to fly. Okay, my answer, and I think just one person did it. My answer was answer the phone. Yell at the neighbor's kids to get off the lawn. Eat and ask for parrot food. Be a congressperson. Oh, there's another one, how to answer the phone. All right, very good. Here's my final question, and then we'll do a yearn to learn. Harry said, this wine is really full-bodied. I just found a blank in it. Harry said, this wine is really full-bodied. I just found a blank in it. How full-bodied is it? Oh, that's good. There you go. Ariana Huffington. An arm and a leg. I love it. Somebody's finger. A Kardashian. Cement shoe. Okay. Harry said this wine is full, buddy. I just found a blank in it. Alex, you said a fat guy. Okay. My answer was finger. I met several people there. Okay, we're going to go right into Yearn to Learn Theater. How long is it, Alex?
It is 10 minutes, 17 seconds.
Okay, let's do that, and then we'll close the show.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yearn to Learn Theater. Oh, Coronet, this is going to be good. Oh, electricity for beginners. With Padre and Brian.
Frank and Joan are at Mr. Grant's hardware store.
Hey,
The
lock your
flashlight on
bike.
Joan's bike is not working.
What could be the
Joan will
wrong
ask
with the
Mr. Grant to
flashlight?
check it for her.
Well, kids, we're going to have to take
Mr.
it
Grant
apart.
knows that Joan bought new batteries just the other day. So perhaps the bulb needs to be replaced.
Is that possible? Okay, kids, come back in 24 hours.
There. Now it's working. why
Wow,
didn't
that
it
was
work
really
before?
good.
What's wrong with the old bulb? Let's look at it very closely.
Oh, wow, this is going to
The
be
little
good.
wire right here is broken. And that's why the flashlight didn't work.
Well, can't we just hook them
It's
together?
How does a little piece of wire make the bulb light? Could Mr. Grant explain that? Yes,
No,
can.
he couldn't. And
He
so
has
they
some
went to a
simple
different
equipment that he
hardware
put together
store.
last year to explain electricity to his own son. Now he'll show it to Frank and Joan. First, he tells them about the kind of battery he's using. This battery, just like the flashlight batteries, is safe to handle because it produces only a small amount of electricity.
Here, hold both
But the
ends,
electricity
one
that
in
we
each
use in
hand.
our homes is not safe for us to handle for experiments.
But we'll let you handle it here because this is a
Mr. Grant
hardware
has the battery
store.
and wire so arranged that electricity can flow in a complete pathway from one battery post through the wires back to the other battery post. But is the
And that's
pathway
where you
complete?
put your tongue.
Not quite. Now Mr. Grant will use another little piece of wire that will complete the path.
Uh-oh.
There. The wire is connected. Is the pathway complete? How can we tell? Mr. Grant
Because
asked Frank
he's
to feel
getting
the light.
electrocuted.
Now in the shadow, we can see that the little wire is glowing red. This shows that electricity is flowing through the wire.
Woo!
If the little wire is disconnected, the path is not complete, and no electricity flows. Frank
Whoa.
sees that the disconnected
I
wire
get
is
it
like the
now.
broken wire in the burned-out flashlight bulb. But when Mr. Grant connects the wire again, the electricity starts to flow once more, and we can see red light as the little wire glows.
Ah,
The wire is producing light and a lot of heat, so we must be careful not to touch it. The many
instead,
wires
let's
in an
touch
electric
the
toaster produce
toaster.
even more heat. This is one way we use electricity to make heat. An
And
electric
burn
heater
toast.
produces heat. And so does an electric rain. These are just a few of the things that make use of electricity to produce heat. But how does electricity make light? Mr. Grant is going to show them using another battery and other wires. He has passed two wires from the battery through a rubber stopper.
Yes. Can we do
Now
this
he
in the
connects the wires
bathtub?
together with another kind of wire that is very thin. He then slips the wires and stopper into a bottle.
Oh, and you don't need to buy a regular
homemade light bulb.
bulb.
As soon as the battery is connected to make a complete path for the electricity, the wire begins to glow.
So is that a
But the glowing
60
wire
watt or
burns
just
out
a
quickly
40
in the
watt?
homemade light bulb. That was interesting. Can we see the wire produce light again? We'll use another piece of thin wire.
Well, I still think
Once
we should
again,
get
the
some
wire glows,
LEDs.
but quickly burns out.
Yeah, these, no, I don't want this.
In the flashlight bulb, the glowing wire burns a long time, just as it does in an ordinary lamp. That's because
Does
the air
this guy
has
not
been
have
removed
any other
from within the
customers
glass
ever?
Special thin wire is used, which does not melt, but continues to glow with a bright light. Electricity makes light for many different uses. For railroad signals, traffic signals, for automobile headlights and tail lights,
Becky
for giant
says,
searchlights,
you
and
are
signs.
so revolting.
Electricity may make different kinds of light. Neon lights give off colored light. These fluorescent lamps give off very white light. In fluorescent and neon lamps, there is no wire that glows. Instead of flowing through a wire, electricity flows through gas in the...
So can we connect wires
Mr.
to
Grant
our
tells Frank and
stove?
Joan that so far they've seen that electricity can make light and that it can make heat. Now Mr. Grant is going to try
Now it
something
can
else.
make Jell-O.
He's wound some wire around a nail. In place of the wire that produced heat, he's connecting the wire wrapped around the nail.
The nail will shoot 50 feet across
Now,
the room.
once again, the electrical pathway is completed. The electricity flows from the battery through the wire wrapped around the nail
Oh, magnet.
and then back to the battery again. What does this do? The electricity makes a magnet. It's an electromagnet. It can pull things, attract things made of iron and steel.
Wow. So why aren't all the bulbs in my house
These
covered with
magnets
paper
are
clips?
called bar magnets. They too can pull things, attract these steel paper clips. The magnets are marked to show the North Pole and the South Pole. We know North and South Poles attract, pull towards each other, but the two North Poles or two South Poles repel, push away from one another. Let's try it with three magnets. By using the pushes and pulls of magnets, we can make the magnet in the middle spin.
Boy, that guy should have his own show instead of running a hardware store.
Joan and Frank think that the spinning magnet swings around something like a little motor.
And they would be wrong.
Mr. Grant says he'll show them a little motor that is made of magnets.
And then he has to close for lunch because half of his business day is gone.
Instead of three bar magnets,
Ooh.
it uses three electromagnets. Each is made of a nail wrapped with wire.
Wow.
The
And to think I
electromagnet
almost
is
spent
free to
$100 to see
just
Cirque
like
du
the center bar
Soleil,
magnet
and this
turns.
is free.
As soon as Frank completes the pathway, the motor begins to turn.
And now you can
Here
make a
electricity
dishwasher.
is producing motion, this turning motion, using the pulls and pushes of magnetism. The little motor can do little jobs.
Could a big motor
It can
do a
turn
big
paper
job?
fan.
Meanwhile, there are 59 people at the register. Hey, I've been here since 10 o'clock this morning. Yep, I'm going to
A
cut my
larger
hair.
electric motor turns a real fan. An electric motor turns a mixer. Very
Not
large
well, I
electric
might
motors
add.
turn train wheels. Joan and Frank thank Mr. Grant for repairing the flashlight and for showing them some things about electricity.
And they go out the store without paying a penny.
Now,
I-
Frank and Joan know that electrical things work only when the electricity flows through a continuous pathway. Electricity flows through these thick wires and produces heat. Electricity flows
Dave said,
through
I
this
wasted
thin
4
wire
years getting a
and produces light.
BSEE. I could have gone to that hardware store.
Electricity can make electromagnets that produce motion.
An electric motor
So Mr.
turns my
Grant has been
stomach.
very helpful.
Okay, you little brats, come back next week and pay me.
Both Frank and Joan have learned some things about electricity.
Never
about
come
some of
to
the
this
ways it
hardware
can be
store
put to work
again.
for us.
Go someplace where they can just get what they want and get out. All right, chat room. So, unfortunately, no Giz Wiz next week. But, you know, if you don't know about,
Giz
if you like,
Wiz?
no Giz Fiz next week. There is a Giz Wiz on Thursday. So, Saturday, the least you can watch it for is $15, okay? And this is only the second time they've done this. It's to go to a Broadway show and broadcast the entire Broadway show live in the theater as it's being done for the audience. And next Saturday, they're doing Holiday Inn from Studio 54. And it's live, so it's live at 8 o'clock because it's it's in the theater, and they're doing it once. And you have to be a subscriber to Broadway HD, but you can sign up. What I'm doing is I'm signing up for the month, which is $14.99, and then I'm just going to cancel it the following month. You see the entire show. Leo and I, several people watched the last one they did, which was had love in the title. Anybody remember? Anybody remember what the last HD Broadway show was? Anyway, so I'm going to do that. Leah's going to try and find out a way to tape it or get home in time to watch it. So just go to Broadway. If you're interested, BroadwayHD.com. And you can send it to your Roku box, which we're going to do so I can watch it on my 50-inch TV. Well, not someone in Antarctica. No, you have to have a cable connection, and it should be sort of a good one, so you don't want the streaming to start and stop. Next time you need a flashlight, use a glass lens to set ants on fire. Charlie, Dennis, can you run down with Charlie? I have an idea Dennis fell asleep. So chat room, I will be here for radio next week. And then I will be off to the theater in my home, which is the great thing because there's usually no line at the bathroom. Although last time Dennis beat me to the... She Loves Me. Where's Charlie? Oh, yeah. She Loves Me was the last show. Thank you. All right. So while Dennis gets Charlie, any questions? Match game. GizFiz is this Thursday. Yes, seeing a Broadway show at home is just great. Actually, it's better than the theater because I don't know how they do it without obstructing the audience view, but they do close-ups of the people who are saying, Charlie, come on, Charlie, pick this dog up. Pick this dog up. In the camera shot. Charlie, you look better. We call Charlie the cuddler. When you go to bed at night, be careful because the cuddler will jump on the bed and sleep on your head. The only Circus Soleil I saw was O and the Michael Jackson thing. O was spectacular. The Michael Jackson thing, to me, was the worst thing I have ever seen in my life. Anyway, okay, 8:29. Well, we got 45 minutes, and that was good. I have a question. How tall are you? I'm 5'8". The cuddler, call Batman. All right, so chat rooms, hopefully see you Thursday for GizFiz at normal time. 7:30 here east, 4:30 out there west. And I'll be back for radio. And the following week, hopefully things will be back totally to normally. The coolest thing at CES, I'll talk about it on the next show. The folding machine. I love that. It's at gizwiz.biz. And click on today's Dick Visits Leo. My two favorite things are there. Okay, bye, everybody. This has been Match Game PM.
No, it hasn't.
Otherwise known as GizFiz PM. Mark Goodson, Bill Todman, Alex Gumpel, Charlie the Dog, Tara Cole, Spike, Becky, iPhone, Strench, Stooge. You're flushed with excitement, and the Charlie the Dog production, presented by Turtle Wax. Remember, wax your light bulbs with turtle wax. They'll be brighter than ever. Bye. Bye, everybody.
See you in 2 weeks, Dick.
Okay, bye. Take care, Alex.
You too. Enjoy the show.
Okay, bye.